Hey folks, this is Chris at Art Secret Studio. I took a little clip from our afternoon class, which we've been going through the history of Sargent, and I've noticed when Sargent was very young in Capri, he paints a series of 4 paintings where he tones each color of the background different. I'd never seen that before, and I thought that'd be interesting to teach the class. So in the midst of doing this, we're showing that. I'll go ahead and kind of do my little 20-minute painting. I said, there, I finished the exercise, I'm done. This is all I wanted to show you. The next day, I'm looking at this same painting and I realized helping someone finish their painting, trying to take it a little farther than mine, because mine's just going in the trash. It's about teaching. When I saw one of the boats that was very small and off into the distance, I realized something about myself. That I was lazy. Oh, I'm a worker. But when it comes to painting, sometimes my eye and my thought process is lazy. And I saw what Sargent does that I may not. Sargent holds us accountable. We know to create movement in a painting, the object has to have what's called a figure-ground relationship. The object is lighter than the background, then darker and lighter, and it doesn't have to rotate, but when something is the same too long, it attracts attention and it looks flat and stiff. Sargent did this to the 2 main things in the painting, and one of them was so small and so unimportant, but he never turned it off. And that's where I'm back to my first sentence. Sargent holds us accountable. I hope you enjoy this little clip. We have so many more on our website. Join us from portrait painting to beginning painting to drawing. I look forward to hearing more things about what you want to hear and want to see. And hope you enjoy this.
I'm not even sure. Okay, so maybe he draws it in. All right, so there's the drawing. So now here's what Sargent's doing. He's saying, I'm going to go ahead and make contrast. So I'm going to lighten right here next to the dark, and then I'll blend it out. And I'm going to go ahead and darken the boat right there. And then I'm going to, so he's working. Okay, so here's the thing I didn't realize till yesterday, looking at at Ryan's painting. And that Sargent doesn't turn on or off certain concepts. I want the viewer to look at a certain place. I'm going to use color, contrast, pattern, texture to get you to look there. In this case, he's using contrast. Maybe a little bit of orange color too. Okay. The next step, though, is, okay, I'm just not going to be lighter than the background. So he's saying, the boat is darker than the background. Then the back of the hull here can be lighter than the background. And then the seat is going to be darker than the background. And then there's a little water here, a reflection or something. And then there's this shadow. And then I'm going to be the middle of the hull or the back, I'll be a little darker. And then I'm going to take these lights and I'm going to put these light oars back here, and they're lighter than the background. And then I'm going to lighten off the form behind the back of the boat. And now the boat is lighter and darker than the background. So, I did the demo yesterday and it's the same thing. Look how tiny the boat is in this scene. How insignificant it is. It was so insignificant when I painted it a month ago before our Christmas break. When I painted it, I just stuck a dark there like a rock and said, I'll get to it later. And I even put it in the wrong spot and missed. And Sargent says, no, I don't think so. If you want to compare yourself to me, then you're going to have to do the things that I do. And a figure ground relationship where you're lighter than the background then darker, then lighter, then darker is something I do for the littlest thing in the painting. I've said to this class 100 times, Sargent holds me accountable. Everything I've learned has been from looking at Sargent. I've not learned new things from Sargent. And yet, in this little 8x10 hour painting, I learned something new. Well, gosh, it's a real funny sentence. That I have to apply the things that I know. And that's like a weird thing, isn't it?